Gaines.
I'm Travis Spence.
I'm Pierce Klinger.
I'm Steven Tanner.
I'm Ryan Capron.
And we're the Water Coolers. We built an educational cryptocurrency trading simulator. Currently, a little over half Americans own stocks, with only 10% of Americans owning 90% of the stock market. To try and fix this, we aim to build a web app that teaches junior traders and those with little to no experience about a subsection of the stock market, cryptocurrency.
Our product is unique because it allows users to simulate trades that could have happened in the past. So most other similar apps, you can only do trades from the present onwards, and having access to things in the past can give users more insight. Additionally, our app also lets users have a profile, including friends lists, where you can view your friends and their trades and make posts.
And in terms of the technologies that we used the Django as the REST API, specifically because it's easy to interact with the databases, which comes into handy when using requests, which allows you to pull in data from an API, which in this case was Coinbase API. And then we used a scheduler to schedule it for a certain time period to pull the data from that API every 2 minutes.
Travis. So, first time visiting our site, you'll visit our welcome page. If you're a first time user, you'll click sign up, although we're not going to go through that. So the icon in the top left will bring you back to the welcome page. To log in, you press log in, and we're going to autofill the data for us. So upon logging in, we're brought to the home page. We'll get a nice hello message with your username. So from here, there are buttons for the user profile, gains and holdings page, trade history, and current market. The hamburger menu in the top right will allow you to visit these 4 pages, along with the home page, your settings page, and logging out. If you want to look at the past year's prices for these top 5 cryptocurrencies, you can change by hovering over the button, and let's go to Ether. And the past 12 months of price data will load in graph form. Here we go. So we can view that here, hover over it to see the dates and the prices. At the bottom down here, we can see the latest news. And just an example, click here. It'll bring us to the news.
Go over our current market page. So we can access that by clicking on the current market button on our home page, or we can go up to the hamburger menu and just click on market. And so this current market page lists out all of our cryptocurrencies that we have, which is stored in our cryptocurrency SQL database. And we have a couple different fields here. We also have this back to the top button we can click on to take us back. So we have our symbols, the actual name of the currency, the minimum size that we can buy into, and then the current price of it. And we also have the ability to filter out currencies, so I can search like Bitcoin, for example, and we can see we have Bitcoin here. We also have the ability to look at the past year of prices, so you can click on the actual name of the currency or the symbol, and it will load in a graph of the past year's worth of prices. And originally we were using Matplotlib, which was just like a JPEG picture of it, but to process the picture it will take significantly longer than to just load in these Plotly graphs. And Plotly also gives you the ability to zoom in, kind of pan around, so a little bit more interactivity on there. And then we can navigate back to the current market page where I'll show you how we can add a trade. So I'll click on a random one here. This one looks fine. Boom, add some notes. Say this is a trade. And then we can just select a random date, the amount of shares that we want, and then it will now add that to our trade history.
I'm going to be covering the trade history page. So to start, we're going to talk about the sorting we have. You can sort them by the buy date. It starts with most recent. Clicking it will change it to your furthest, and clicking again will switch it back. You can also sort by buy price. so cheapest to most expensive. And then you can also check your sell dates, similar to the buy dates. And then, of course, the sell price is the same. You can also search up here. We're going to search for PLA. And this will bring up our 2 trades. And then we'll go ahead and sell one of these. And we'll go ahead and sell that today. And now we have both of them sold. And from here, we're gonna check out the user profile page. You'll see a couple of your most recent trades here. Clicking the See All button will take you right back to the trade history page we were on. On the right, you can see your profile image and a short bio that you've put in on your profile. And we also have a section for posts, similar to like a blog post. So you can click here. We'll just have a test post. And you can pretty much put anything, you know, thoughts about the site, thoughts about current crypto, anything. So we'll just have a test post here.
This is Steven, and I'm going to be reviewing how the friend system works. So as you can see here, we have your friends list. So we have P. Klinger. However, you'll notice that they have it disabled where we cannot view their profile. We can't view their gains or their trades or anything. So I'm going to send a friend request to my friend Alice. And they'll get the request and accept it, and you can see that now they're my friend. So we'll check out their profile, and that's Alice with you know, their bio and everything. They don't have any posts, but they have a trade history, so we can see that with all of the trades that they've made. If we go back to the profile, you can see their gains and holdings, which is very similar to looking at like your own gains and holdings. And yeah, so it has like all of this information with the graphs and whatnot. And you can see these are their different quarters. Keep it going. And so, for example, if we wanted to look at their trades in Sol, you can see there's a graph for just Sol, and you can see their shares and when they bought it and the buy price. So going back to the profile, you can then delete a friend if you want to remove them from your friends list. So I'm going to do that from Alice. And then, for example, this is what getting a friend request is like. So Alice just refriended me, and I'm going to go ahead and accept that. And friend request accepted, and they're now in my friends list.
Taking a look at the gains and holdings table. So if we go to the hamburger up here and choose gains holdings, all of the trade or the charts will load for statistics on our current trades and how much money we've made and where they're at. So we can see here we have a couple different views. We have the daily view, bi-monthly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. And for those, you can see the net gain for each of those periods, the percent change throughout, the total net gain so far, and then the period which that was for. So in the month case, September, March, April. For the percent change here, what that means is that if you go from a negative to a positive or a positive to a negative a way we chose to denote that is the letter given is the last letter of where you're going. So if the letter's N, you went from positive to negative, P to N. If the letter's P, you went N to P. So where it says P, we went negative to positive. Going further down on the page here, we have net gains per month with each of these months, and then at the top the number, similar to a candlestick chart, denoting where we were that month. The total net gains over a year using monthly intervals. Our current holdings, we have a couple different cryptocurrencies that I've been trading with on this account. We have our shares that we hold of each, the current price, the gross gain if sold, the price we paid or our current value, the net gain if sold. If we choose to go into one of these cryptocurrencies here, we're going to choose Ape. You'll see it'll take us to a cryptocurrency page with information directly correlating to this specific currency, Ape. We have a price over time. In this case, we have over the last year with monthly intervals. And we're just waiting for this to load here. We have our own shares of Ape and the trade in which those correlate to. So in this case, we only have one trade, trade 1. We have 20 shares bought. So going back a little bit further down, we can see our net gain, and we also have gross versus price paid, depending on what analysis you're trying to make here. We'll see that go through. So going back down here and looking at what we got, we can see a CRUD operation took place, and we're able to read new data after setting a write. So here's the new graph. It was successful to change, and the information came up. Looks beautiful. Very easy to see. Price paid versus gross if sold. And then last year we just have the overall statistics of gross gain of current holdings if we sold, the net gain of sold trades, and the total we've made so far. So now we're just going to keep going on here with some other features of the website.
That is the settings page. So here's a settings page. We can change our username, bio, email, profile picture. You saw when Stephen was showing the friends that one of the friends had blocked access to their profile and trades. That's toggled by these things, these check boxes. So if we want to change, let's say our bio, let's say, hi, I am John, with an exclamation point. Hit save. We can go to our profile, and we see that it's updated. We go back to our settings, and let's just do one of the more bigger setting changes. So we'll reset our trades. So we put in our password real quick, hit reset, get a little message, trade successfully reset. We go to our trades, we see they've been reset. You can either go to the home page or log out back to the welcome page as I just did, and you can click on About Us, and it tells you more about our senior project and a little bit about ourselves. Thank you.